turbidity of water. If a large amount of suspended matter, okay, such as clay, silt, or some finely divided organic materials, they are present in water, it will appear to be muddy, or we can say turbid in appearance. So the turbidity, it will depend upon the fineness and the concentration of the particles which are present in water. So the turbidity, it is a measure of degree at which the water loses its transparency because of the presence of suspended particles. Okay, so the turbidity of raw water must be measured and then reduced by treatment to permissible values, okay, so as to make it almost invisible under the naked eye. So the turbidity can be measured in the laboratory with the help of instruments called as the turbidity meters. So this turbidity meter works on the principle of measuring the interference caused by the water sample to the passage of the light rays. The amount of the total suspended solids in the water is high, then the water sample has higher turbidity. So the scattering or the absorption of the light by solid or colloidal particles suspended in the solution is the basis of the nephelometry and turbidity metry. So guidelines for drinking water, turbidity guidelines for drinking water. The drinking water should have a turbidity of 5 NTU JTU or less. Turbidity of more than 5 NTU will be noticed by users and may cause rejection of the supply. Where water is chlorinated, turbidity should be less than 5 NTU, preferably less than 1 NTU for chlorination to be effective. So the objective of this experiment is to determine the turbidity of the given water sample using Nephelometer. So the apparatus is a Nephelometer tubes, pipette, beaker, glass rod, weighing balance. As you can see here, this is a digital Nephelometry turbidity meter, pipette, beaker, weighing balance, and the glass rod. Then the solution used is the hydrogen sulfate, hexamethylene tetramine, distilled water, and water samples. So the IS is the IS 3025 part 10 1983 method of sampling and test for water and waste water. So the procedure is, first of all, we need to take the hydrazine in a beaker 1 and we need to measure it to 1 grams using the weighing balance. Okay, next we need to add 100 ml of distilled water to the beaker 1 and we need to stir it to the glass rod. Then in beaker 2, take hexamethylene tetramine and measure it to 10 grams using weighing balance. Next you add 100 ml of distilled water to the beaker 2 and stir it with a glass rod. Okay, so this is your solution 2. First is the solution 1 is you take hydrazine in a beaker 1 and you measure it to 1 grams using weighing balance, add 100 ml of distilled water to the beaker 1 and stir it with glass rod. That is a solution 1. Your solution 2 is take hexamethylene tetramine in the beaker 2 and measure it to 10 grams using weighing balance first and add 100 ml of distilled water to the beaker 2 and stir it with the glass rod. That will be your solution 2. Next step is you mix 5 ml of solution 1 and 5 ml of solution 2, okay, in a flask and add distilled water. Then let it stand for 24 hours. Okay, next you take this mixed solution, okay, mixed solution in a nephelometer tube. Then we need to do the calibration of the nephelometer. So for this, place the sample cell, okay, with distilled water this in the nephelometer. This is a nephelometer. Okay, we need to set the readings to 0 by using the coarse and the fine knob. So this is the coarse knob and this is the fine knob. So we need to adjust this and bring it to 0. Next is place 100 NTU calibration standard in the sample holder of the nephelometer. Okay, adjust the calibrate knob to set the readings to 100. Okay, we need to adjust it to set the reading to 100. Now measure the turbidity of water sample 1 by placing the sample tube, okay, in nephelometer and close the lid and take the readings. Next is remove the sample 1 from the nephelometer and measure the turbidity of water sample 2 by placing the sample 2 in the nephelometer and close the lid and take the observations, take the readings. Result: record the turbidity of water sample 1 and water sample